Hello there, I'm the Thirsty Bookworm. Today I'll be talking about Slipknot and Cedar Ridge's collaboration on number 9 Iowa Whiskey. Full disclosure, I am a fan of whiskey, I am a fan of music, I am a fan of metal, I am a fan of Slipknot. I pour 2 fingers of high rye. It's mostly corn from the Hawkeye State. It's mashed with malt for fermentation to take. Beware if the blend got bourbon deep inside. If the song goes on, you're not gonna like it! Whew. Now that I've gotten that out of my system, this is the whiskey talkin'. Number 9 Iowa Whiskey is made by Cedar Ridge, who were the first licensed distillery in Iowa after Prohibition. They were founded in 2005, which is 72 years after Prohibition ended. Some serious procrastination in the Hawkeye State. The corn from Cedar Ridge comes from the family farm, while the rye and barley are brought in from Saskatchewan, Canada. What do you think about that, eh? The mash bill is 51% corn, 35% malted rye, which is uncommonly high, while the remaining 14% is malted barley. These percentages come from a blend of straight rye and straight bourbon whiskeys made in-house. Number 9 is 90 proof, or 45% alcohol by volume if you don't speak pirate. Speaking of pirates, I was one in the early 2000s, and Slipknot is the reason my parents' old E-machine computer has herpes. Thanks a lot, LimeWire. Clown from Slipknot seems to have been the only one involved in the crossover, but I'm sure the other bandmates were happy to put their logo on the bottle. Those dudes are some marketing pros. What a great segue into the bottle design. I really like it. I don't know who did the artwork, but I dig it. It's hard to believe they resisted putting the Slipknot S all over it and making it look tacky. The ear of corn is obviously a terrific homage to the state of Iowa, and the cool design around it has some hidden goat skulls and prairie rose flowers, which happen to be the state flower of Iowa. The color of the whiskey looks like what I imagine the liquid seeping out of a dead bird that's kept in a jar for too long and starts decomposing looks like. The legs rate on my scale from Lieutenant Dan to Dr. Frankenfurter at Jonathan Davis from Korn in a kilt. Pretty lame and unflattering for the brand. The blend has the smell of rotting cattle on a warm summer day. Just kidding. I get dusty Iowa corn right up front, followed by some barrel char and a nice sweetness. I also detect pear and maybe leather, so rotting cattle wasn't so far off. My wife smells rubbing alcohol, apples, maybe smoke. That's it. The first taste of this was really harsh for me. It tasted kind of like what I imagined whiskey tasted like as a kid. After the first roundhouse kick it delivered me, it was much more subdued, but still very flavorful. It is sweet, spicy, and robust. There's a lingering eucalyptus flavor, and a mentholated-like tingle that sticks around for the encore. The retail price on this is like $40. I wouldn't be upset if I spent that on this bottle, and not just because it would look cool hidden away in my garage with all of my other sweet metal paraphernalia. There's a higher price and proof option that goes for a little more also, and that one has the branding you would expect on it. I must confess I did not pay anything for this bottle. When I said I couldn't get it in my state, Brad Case generously let me borrow his bottle to do a tasting. Brad is an independent filmmaker who happens to do my editing. He's also a metal music aficionado and one cool cat. Check out some of his work in the link below. I'm going to give this Iowa whiskey 6 out of 9 Fancy Nancy books. What children's book do you remember loving as a kid, and what books do your children love at the moment? Leave me a comment, and also tell me your favorite Slipknot song. I'm the Thirsty Bookworm, and this has been the Whiskey Talkin'.